Hello everyone. Welcome to the live demo of SAP Cloud Integration training, which is on SAP BTP. This is organized by Anubhav Trainings. Let's go. What is this SAP CI? CI is nothing your SAP Cloud Integration. Earlier, we were calling it as a CPI, that was Cloud Platform Integration, and starting we were calling it as a HANA Cloud Integration, HCI. So HANA Cloud Integration, that is your HCI, CPI, which is your Cloud Platform Integration, and now you have a CI, that is your Cloud Integration. So nowadays we are calling it as a SAP CI, or you can say SCI. That is your SAP Cloud Integration. And this training is about your SAP Cloud Integration, which is on SAP BTP. What is this BTP? BTP is your Business Technology Platform. Earlier, we were calling it as a cloud platform. Later, it was rebranded with some more added features. And when it was rebranded with some more features and all, so we started calling it as a SAP BTP. I mean, this one is just a rebranding of your cloud platform. Whenever you are getting a project or whenever you're working in some project, you're finding a project, you're talking with HR, whether it's inside of your company or outside of your company, never get confused between SAP CPI, CI, or HCI. All are same. It's just a rebranding thing. Many times you will get considered SAP BTP, CPI. Sometimes they will say, okay, have you worked on integration suite? Like BTP integration. Maybe you can get such type of things also. So never get confused. If you are getting such type of requirement, think about this is about your CPI. Or you can say nowadays it's a CI, that is your cloud integration. Time to time, SAP is rebranding its things because of marketing purpose and all, and maybe because of some added features and all. So I am telling you, never get confused about HCI, CPI, and CI. Now let's go with the today's agenda. What are the things we are going to cover today? We cover who is this course for, who can join this course, for whom this is a beneficial and all. Then what is the course overview? Later, we will go for the demo where I will show you one live integration between two non-SAP applications. And why I am going for that one? Because there is a myth that SAP application, SAP integrations, or you can say SAP middleware tool, which is now your SAP CI, is used for integrating SAP applications. But today, I will show you an integration where I am going to integrate two non-SAP applications. And you can say it is so easy that even a little programming concept people who have a little programming knowledge and all can work on that one, can get it. So if you are experienced guy or if you are a fresher, in both cases you will see how this is easy to integrate two non-SAP application using SAP middleware, that is your SAP CI. Let's go with who is this course for. This course is for from fresher to experienced person. Anybody who is having a little programming knowledge or a basic programming knowledge can join this course. Or I can say a technical person can join this course. You can see a fresher, and he is, like Robic, he is a fresher. And he personally, he called us and he was a little confused and all, he can go for this course because he got to know some idea from his friend that, or maybe you can say he searched on LinkedIn and all. Somehow he got to know that there is a big scope in CPI or whatever CI integration side. There is a big scope is there. So he wanted to learn, but he was confused because he has no idea about SAP. He has no idea about integration, and he has no idea what is this middleware and all. But he wanted to learn and all. He wanted to check whether he is, he can join the course or not because he has no experience and he has just basically he just passed his engineering and he wanted to go for that one. Now he is working in a project. He got the project and he is working in a project. He's working a live project and all, and he is delivering is whatever is assigning, whatever the interface is, whatever the iFlows it is there. What the objects is assigned to him. He is not just he is delivering now, and even like we are in connection with him actually. So he is very happy now. Thing is that we have designed a course, Anubhav training from Anubhav, and this course is designed in such a way that even a fresher can learn or a fresher can understand the whole and soul of the CPI, including SAP BTP. Then we have a Robertson here. He is a developer and he is experienced guy about SAP PI or PO. Maybe from some of the guys are from here, from the SAP background, they have an idea of this SAP middleware, on-premise middleware that we are calling it as a PO or PI. That is one of the best middleware, if I say, or it's a very stable tool. And this is one of the best tool and all on-premise side and all. If you ask me, this person got to know that SAP PI is going to retire, and sooner or later, the same case is going to happen with SAP PO. And he also knows from the ticket and all, SAP is investing heavily on SAP CPI. So he wanted to learn SAP CPI. Nowadays, this person is again, this person has joined again, in his account, in project account and all, he has an opportunity to go to switch from PO to CPI. So he was looking for something like kind of training and all. Nowadays, he is working again in a project where CPI is there, and he is very happy. He can, easily coordinate between PO, CPI, and he is easily going to client and all, talking about CPI and all. Sometimes he is going to client and talking about like why CPI is beneficial in certain kind of integration and all. You see, I say like he is one of the happiest person whom I given the training. Then we have a Pelletier is there. She is integration architect, and she is a basically seasoned integration professional who wanted to learn the capability of SAP Integration Suite. Under SAP Integration Suite, we have SAP CPI. So basically, she wanted to learn about CPI, what is the CPI and all. And she is, she has good experience in SAP, MuleSoft and Delbhumi. And she is, I said, she's a seasoned integration professional. Nowadays, when she has gone for like many sites and all, whether it's like a social networking site, in LinkedIn are there, or maybe um, some of the like different job portals are there. She found somehow that job for CPI is more nowadays. So she wanted to learn it. Like she has a very good experience. She's one of the talented person I have ever met, okay, regarding middleware and all. So she wanted to learn. She knows this MuleSoft. She knows this. She's a basically freelancer also. So she knows MuleSoft, she knows Delbhumi, but now she wanted to go for SAP CPI. So she learned it from here, and she is nowadays delivering project and all. Then we have a Roger here. She is a technology manager. Uh, why she joined the course? Why she came here? Because she was just a manager, technology manager and all. She is overview. She is just managing the project and all. Recently, in his project, SAP was introduced, but still in his project, in his company, they have other middleware. Now somehow she got to know that uh, if SAP is there, and if SAP is there, then SAP CPI, which is a cloud part of a cloud middleware and all, is very useful to integrate SAP applications and all. When she connected us, so she was confused, like, okay, okay, this is for the SAP, SAP applications. What about the non-SAP applications, which is running in his project? Later, we have made sure that, and she learned it, that SAP CPI can integrate SAP applications, also non-SAP applications. And in his uh, organization, I am very happy to say that SAP CPI is implemented, and she is integrating non-SAP applications and SAP applications. So, in a nutshell, course designed by your Anubhav Training is in such a way that if you have a basic knowledge of programming, you can join this course. So even you are a fresher to an experienced guy, though you are a developer or a manager, can join this course, and you can you can deploy any project after that. Let's go for the overview of this course. What are the things we are going to cover in this course? We are covering fundamentals. Under fundamentals, we will show you, like, we will tell you what is this BTP, what is this global account, trial account, sub accounts, and all. What are the entitlements are there? How you can create the instances and all. What are the connectivity options are there? These things we will cover. Then, under integration suite, we will tell you what are the things or what are options are available. And as I already told you, the CPI is a part of integration suite. Along with, you have a different tools are there. So we will go through, like, what are the tools are there. Then cloud integration side. This is our CPI, and for that you came here for the training and all, a demo and all. We will go a deep dive into C cloud integration feature with a real world scenario. And one of the scenario I will tell you today. I will explain you what are the API management and open connectors, how this is useful in your project and all. Basically, the other possibilities of integration suite where you can connect SAP and non-SAP applications. What is this open connector? What is this API management? How this is useful and all. How you can create your own connector and all. Or how you can use your standard connectors. And those things will be covered. So, what are the things we are going to do today? First thing is that we will explore the SAP BTP. Then I will tell you about SAP CPI and what are the key features of your integration suite. And at last, I will show you a demo where I am going to integrate two non-SAP applications, and that is a real world scenario. And you can see that how integration is happening And this is so easy that even a fresher can also do. So just to boost your confidence and all, we are using this demo. We are showing this type of integration, real life examples in a demo. Let's go with what is this SAP BTP. SAP BTP or SAP Business Technology Platform is a unified, business centric, and open platform for the entire SAP ecosystem, enabling users to integrate and create value from data and extend their SAP and third party solution landscapes to meet evolving business needs. Your SAP BTP brings together data management, analytics, artificial intelligence, application development, automation, integration in one unified environment. So, in a different way, if I say your SAP BTP is a kind of umbrella where you can find AI, application development, automation, integration, analytics, data management. And this SAP BTP is nowadays running on a concept that is called a low code or no code. SAP is designing this BTP in such a way that whatever the applications you see today, SAP is designing its course in such a way that, I mean, in future, you will see a low code or no code. Either there is no code in any of the application, or if required, a very less code is required. So maximum, so maximum functionality they are adding it, and that is not for CPI, for any applications you can see, any tool you can see in SAP BTP. So before going to tell you much about this SAP BTP, let's have a quick idea about what is this SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. That is infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. If I say what is infrastructure as a service, this is a kind of pay-per-use model service. For example, you have a storage, database management, and this is basically on demand. For example, you have a Google Drive. We have seen how how you are charging for a Google Drive. You have a 15 GB, more than 15 GB data. So it's again a kind of infrastructure as a service. Let's go with the platform as a service. Here, the platform is used to design, develop, build, and test applications which are provided by cloud infrastructure. For example, your own CPI. Then we have a software as a service. This is highly scalable internet-based applications which are hosted on the cloud and offered as service to the end user. For example, you have a SuccessFactors, Ariba, or Concur. So SaaS is there for the end user, PaaS is there for the developer, and PaaS is service for infra guy and all, where you are going to store the data and all. Let's go with the SAP BTP. What is happening with the BTP? Why this is so popular nowadays, and what it is offering now? Even I go for the next session, I will take a deep dive into this BTP also, many features and all I will show you. But now I will tell you why it is so popular and what are the things are there. So if I divide any your BTP, okay, or if I say like you have infrastructure service where virtualization is there, servers are there, storage, networking are there, which is managed by the infrastructure provider. Then you have a platform as a service which is managed by SAP. For example, runtime, middleware, database, OS, and all. This things comes as a part of Cloud Foundry. This both platform, if you combine both platform as a service and infrastructure as a service, if you combine it with club it, this is a part of Cloud Foundry. Now in this Cloud Foundry, SAP is giving an option to select your cloud partner where you want to host your applications, where you want to host your BTP and all. Right. Earlier they have their own Neo was there. Now they are given an option if you want to select for AWS. If you are fine with AWS, you can go for AWS where you can host your applications. If you like Google and all, you can go for the Google. If you go for Azure, if you want to go for Azure, if you're comfortable with Azure security and all, you can choose that one also. Now, other than that, so you have an option to choose your own cloud partner and all where you're going to host the data. Then SAP is already managing your cloud platform as a service, database, OS and all. On top of that, you have a application and data. So your BTP, if you combine your application, data, Cloud Foundry, which consists of your platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, the whole application, data, and your Cloud Foundry, if you combine it, this is your BTP. So your BTP is offering application, data, and giving a choice to host your application on your favorite cloud server, that is AWS or Google one or Azure one. So you can think how much SAP is utilizing this SAP BTP and all. How much useful nowadays SAP BTP. So everything is there. Earlier, you don't have a much choice on selecting the cloud server. Nowadays, they are giving an option to choose the cloud server also. Let's go with what is this integration suite here. Integration suite connects and contextualizes processes and data while enabling new content-rich application to be assembled faster with less dependence on it. Pre-built integration packages are there along with existing investment can be composed to deliver new outcomes with less involvement by integration experts. And this service runs in SAP BTP Cloud Foundry environment. So under under Integration Suite, you have, if you go for a capital T, first is your SAP CI. Then you have a API management, Open Connector, Integration Advisor, TPM, Integration Assessment. Those are a part of, or you can say a capability of Integration Suite. Now let's go with the SAP CPI. CPI is a part of your Integration Suite. Nowadays, people get confused between SAP CPI and Integration Suite. So from the demo onwards, never get confused between SAP CPI and Integration Suite, as your CPI is a part of your Integration Suite. Your CPI supports end-to-end process integration through the exchange of messages. Your SAP CPI helps you to connect cloud on-premise applications with other SAP and non-SAP cloud and on-premise applications. So in a nutshell, your SAP CPI can integrate or you can connect non-SAP, SAP, on-premise and cloud applications. This service has the capability to process messages in a real-time scenario spanning different companies, organizations, or departments within one organization. If you go for Integration Suite, where CPI is a part of Integration Suite, one of the capabilities of Integration Suite. So overall, the features of your Integration Suites are design and operate integration scenarios, design, develop, and manage APIs, enable connectivity of applications, use integration packs, where standard objects are there, which you can use it. You can simplify mapping implementations and manage integration with trading partners and all. And if you go for CPI features and all, you have implement diverse scenarios, connect to multiple endpoints, customize SAP integration scenarios, develop custom adapters, access public APIs. Then you can set up secure and reliable communications. You can implement various communication model and various communication modes, and you can integrate with SAP PO also. Now, let's go with an example of SAP CPI where I am going to integrate two non-SAP application. One of the application is your Postman, which is um, Google one. This Postman tool is Google's applications there, and I am using a Gmail, which is again a Google application is there. I want to integrate Postman with Gmail. So what I am going to do is so what I am trying to do is you can see how it's very, like easy. And if I say like whatever I'm trying to show, right, you will be easy to understand how integrations are happening, how connections are happening between two systems or more than two systems and all. You can see the whole process and all, how data is traveling, how messages are exchanged between the systems and all using this demo, using this integration. What I am going to do is I am sending a mail, I'm sending a message from Postman to CPI, our CI, which is our SAP CI. And from CPI, I will send to the my Gmail account. I will send a test mail from CPI to Gmail. Whatever I'm sending from the Postman, it will go to the Gmail using your SAP CPI with the help of SAP CPI. Directly Postman, you can't send it. Now I'm using a middleware, which is our CI, which is our cloud platform integration. Is a cloud-based tool. Our CPI is a cloud-based tool. So I'm integrating two non-SAP application, Postman and Gmail. There is a myth nowadays when you go for a project and all, always clear the myth and all that SAP CPI is, it is not capable of integrating a non-SAP applications. No, I am sharing you two non-SAP application from sender perspective and the receiver perspective, and both can be integrated easily with less effort and all. Let's go. I'm sharing again. Hold for a minute. I'm just going to create one. Okay, ready to connect again. I'm going to create one I flow. I say like postman. I will show you how we can integrate it. This is my postman. This is Gmail. Sorry. This is my Gmail. I will show you like how what I am doing it. I am creating an iFlow and I am sending a message from postman and it is coming going to the mail. Through mail it is going to the Gmail and all. I mean my Gmail account and all. Meanwhile, what I am doing is using a Groovy script here. Aside this one Groovy script, let's create a Groovy script now. So I'm keeping this one as the same. Define process message and all. Define body message dot get body. Then I will select define message log equal to message log factory dot get log message log. If null message log. And why I am using this one? So that I can capture the payload in the meantime. From CPI perspective, I want to capture the payload. Payload is nothing, it is your message. Right. Then you have a body, then you have a text slash claim, then you have a return message. Okay. So what I'm doing basically, I'm going to capture the payload, capture the message which is coming from the postman, and I will show you in the attachment as a attachment and all. And meanwhile, what I am doing is I will give the details of my Gmail account and all. Okay, smtp.gmail.com, and we are using a port and all to connect for the Gmail and all. We are using 465 and all. Okay, I'm just sharing my SMTP details and all. Password is there. Then CPI 90 gmail.com. So what I am doing is I am sending. Actually, there are some steps are there before that one. So we have to for this mail account we have to enable the two-step authentication along with app password and all. And whatever the password we have created along with your user and all, we are storing in our CPI system. That maybe I will tell you. Then I am sending it to the one of my Gmail account, that is Sinha Anubhav 133@gmail.com. Okay. This is the body and all, whatever it is coming from the postman, I will capture it. And that's it. Only that much I am going to do it. I will deploy this one. Meanwhile, now it is deployed and all. Now it is deployed. What I am doing here, I have an endpoint URL. That URL I will use it. Meanwhile, I will show you where is the Gmail user ID and password I have stored it. So I have stored the Gmail user ID and password here. I took it from and assigned in the and called in the your iFlow. Now I have this URL and all. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use this URL and all, which and I will trigger it from the postman. Okay. Now let's go with the postman. Trigger it. I'm giving the CPI user ID and password.
Then in body, I am mentioned that hi, this is a test method. Now I am triggering it. I am getting a response that is called a 200 OK. Let's go and check whether everything is OK or not. In CPI, we have received any message or not. If we go here, we see that I have received a message. That means Postman is able to connect to CPI, and I can see that it is successful. That means it's going to my mail ID. So what was there in the mail? This is my mail, right? This is what my mail was. Sinha number 130. Now you can see I have received a message 0 minutes ago. Hi, this is test mail. Thanks, CPI team. So you can see that how easily I can integrate to non-SAP applications using your CPI system. And there are many more you will see in the real life example. Then let's go with the course content and all. This BTP, then we will cover this BTP overview. We will see like what is the global account, sub account, entitlement, and in integration suite setup and all are part of nowadays is the BTP. So we will cover this one. Connectivity with cloud connector. Then what are the roles are there? What roles you need and all to get this CPI and all. Then we'll see what is this Cloud Foundry. Integration Suite core capabilities that we will cover it. Then what is the architecture, pricing model? What are the pricing models? That is an interesting one and all. That I will cover it. Then cloud integration side, which is CPI, where you have the three things: discover, design, and monitoring and all. So everything is covered in there. That is the WebUI tool. We will cover it. Then we will cover open connector API management. Under CPI, if I go for more deep dive into, we will go for integration flow demo. I mean, where I will show you what is this message mapping, format conversions, content modifier. Content modifier was the important topic, and for that, it will take more than one session also. Then you have a routing, multicast. And I will cover integration process, exception sub-process, and all. How you can create an alert and all, how you can retry the message and all, how you can combine the messages. Everything will be covered. How you can create and consume the value mappings and all. Basics of Groovy Schedule, what are the Groovy fabric and what are the basics are there. You will get to know about that one. What are the bonus topics now? Bonus topics are like SOAP versus OData API. I will show the comparison. You will see to connect with this OData adapter, SOAP adapter, and security methodology. How you can transport your CPI object, iFlows and all. That part also I will cover it. Alert notification that I already told. You will get to know how you can migrate from PI to PO to CPI migration. This is why we are covering it, but nowadays many projects are moving from PO to CPI. That's why if you go for any job portal, you can see CPI is in demand. So that is the reason we will cover this part. I will show you how you can use this Postman. Currently, you have seen, right, how you can send the data from Postman to CPI. But I will tell you from the next day onwards and how to use this Postman, how you can trigger this one. So Postman and SOAP are the common testing tools are there that you should know, and we will cover it from the basics. So for that, I mean, you have a pressure also, it's fine. You will get to know about it. Then what are the guidelines, what are the best practices, and what are tips and tricks? Everything we will cover it. So that is about the today's demo. If you have any concern, if you have any questions and all, if you want to connect it, you can connect us. You can send a mail. You can send a mail to contact@anubhavtrainings.com. or you can directly call us 844-845-4549, which is India number. You can add +91. Whatever the questions you have, you can you can contact us, and we will try to answer it for each and every. Thank you everyone. Thanks for joining the live demo. Thank you.